If you're a clinic owner looking to get more traffic to your website and improve your online presence, then you're in the right place. On the Propel Your Practice podcast, we provide chiropractors, physical therapists, and other clinic owners with actionable digital marketing strategies, including local SEO and effective website best practices. You'll learn simple and actionable solutions to help your clinic rank on Google and beat your competition. Together, let's propel your practice. On this episode of the Propel Your Practice podcast, I am sharing with you my number one SEO website tip for clinics who have multiple locations. Hi, I'm your host, Darcy Sullivan with Propel Marketing and Design. Welcome to today's episode. This one tip, although it is simple, I see so many clinic owners missing out on this opportunity. And when you put this one tip into place, if you have multiple locations, I can guarantee you that you will see success. Are you ready for it? And again, it sounds very simple. It's to build out and optimize location pages for each of your locations. While I do think it's common practice for clinics who have more than one location to have specific pages designated for each location, oftentimes they're very small pages with very little information, and usually they're not optimized for search engines. Typically, they just include an address and a phone number, maybe even a way to book an appointment and a link to the Google Maps, and that's it. But you see, every single page on your website gives you the opportunity to rank on Google, and these specific location pages are key if you want to drive traffic for each of the locations where you have clinics. So what kind of content can you include on these pages that goes beyond the general address, phone number, and map? Well, let's dive in and talk about that. We want to make sure when you set up these pages that they are optimized for search engines, meaning that you've got your proper meta page description and your proper SEO meta title included. But you also want to include other elements. The address, I think that's a given. The phone number, but we want to make sure that the phone number is click to call, meaning that in this digital age, when so many people are using smartphones, that when they're on that page, they're able to click that phone number and call you. Other things we might want to include are an embedded map along with a link to the Google map that's associated with that location, a photo or two of the outside of the building to help differentiate that location from the other location, a couple images from the inside of that location to help differentiate it from other locations. In addition to that, we of course want an easy way for them to book or a call to action. Oftentimes, when there are clinics that have multiple locations, the different locations offer different services, they have different team members, etc. So we also want to highlight what services are offered at that specific location. In addition, what conditions you treat at that specific location, testimonials for that specific location, images of the team members, and maybe even a little short bio for each of those team members. We recently released a blog post that has been really a lot more popular than I thought it was going to be. And it is all about how to write a short bio. We'll include that in the resources associated with this episode, but you can also find that by visiting propelyourcompany.com and just do a search for bio. It is a handy little fill in the blank bio to help get you going, because I know writing about yourself or about others isn't always that easy. In addition to that, you might want to highlight if you take insurance or not. So really, to hone in here, we want to make sure that these pages are almost little specific hubs or could be standalone information that completely outlines what each of the specific locations offers. We're going to keep this episode nice and short, but let's go over that list again of things that we want to make sure that we include to help each of your location pages stand out. We want to make sure that we have the name of the location, meaning that if it's your west location or your east location or your name of city location, that you have that clearly designated so that somebody knows that they are on the right location page, that you have the address, that you have a map, that you have a clickable option for somebody to get to Google Maps to get to your address, or that your address is clickable, that your phone number is clickable for somebody to call and book an appointment, if that is the way that you want them to get a hold of you. If you want them to book an appointment a different way, make sure that you have a clear call to action for how they can book an appointment. We want to include at least one photo of the outside of that building, if not more. We also want to make sure that we include some photos of the inside of the building, that we highlight the specific services that are offered at that location, along with if there is a different approach, meaning if it is a location that is a gym/clinic hybrid, or if that location offers physical therapy and another location does not. We want to highlight any specific equipment. There might be specific equipment that is available at one location and not at another. We want to highlight what conditions are treated at that specific location. We want to include specific location testimonials. We want to highlight our team members. And again, you can grab the bio template that we have on our website by visiting propelyourcompany.com and do a search for bio. That will give you the opportunity to find that. If your location has partnerships throughout that area, you want to highlight those. If there is specific paperwork that might differentiate from location to location, again, put that on that one page. We want this one page to just be the hub, basically, for that specific location. If insurance differs from one location to another, again, highlight that on the page. We really want this page to almost be a standalone hub that really identifies what that one specific location offers. In addition to that, again, make sure that you are using your best SEO practices, that you're including proper meta information, including your meta page title tag, your meta page title description, schema markup, which might sound a little bit scary, but it really isn't. If you Google it, it's just a little bit of code that you can have generated that you can add to these specific pages that just helps Google identify that location. And of course, each of your locations should have separate Google business profile listings. In an upcoming episode, we'll talk more about overall strategy for clinics who have multiple locations. But today, I just really wanted to share with you my number one SEO tip for clinics with multiple locations. And that is to build out and optimize specific pages associated with each of those clinics. Well, hey, we're going to head out shortly, but before we do, I would love to share with you a brand new free webinar that I just put together called Patient-Driven SEO for Clinic Owners. 3 simple steps to attract, more patients online without spending 1 cent on ads. You can find this by visiting propelyourcompany.com/learn. In this free training, you will learn what SEO is, how to improve your rankings in the map section of Google, the number one thing you can do today to improve your website performance, which takes less than 10 minutes, why SEO has such a huge impact on your company's bottom line and how to leverage it to get more leads, where to focus your efforts online for maximum results, along with how to integrate the latest in AI to simplify the whole process. Again, you can sign up for that webinar by visiting propelyourcompany.com/learn.